Hello, this is Akshay Rai, and this time I'm going to explain you about my seventh experiment of my database lab, which was about explaining about this PL/SQL statements. So PL/SQL statements. So questions given for me, something went like this. So write a PL/SQL procedure which accepted the product ID from the user. Check if the product is supplied by the supplier and display the status. So I have already done the program and I have spooled it in this file. So as you can see, for creating the procedure, this is the syntax. Okay, create or replace procedure T. My procedure name is T. Then these are the parameters where x is x in varchar 2. Okay, x is varchar. Then SID, that is supplier ID, is varchar 2, which is which we are going to output, and this is which we are going to input. Okay, and then comes the SN out, where SN is S name. Out means we are going to display the variables, display the name. So there are three parameters now. Begin. So procedure is or as. So we are using is because it is in the condition. Okay, now begin. After begin, we are executing our commands. So this is the command to execute about this particular thing, which is going to accept the ID and show you the details. So for showing the details, select SID SName into SID SN, that is SID and SName. We are going to put in SID and SN from supplier table, where product ID is equals to X. Okay, and then DBMS output, that is we are displaying the output in SID and SName. So end. Now if you end it, the procedure is created successfully. Remember, check your code if it is not successful, and if it is not successful, you can enter the code show error, so it will show you in which line you are getting the error. Now as you have created the procedure, now declare the variables. This is the block which you are going to use. So now declare these variables over here. Okay, now begin. Then using this procedure T, as you can see, the procedure name was T. Submit this information about this one, the customer. So as it was said, we need to supply product ID. So product ID is 4000. Then SID and SName it will be showing you, and then product end. When you end this block, you will get this result. Okay, so if you want to check, so go to the supplier table. Okay, supplier table, where product ID was 4001, so name was D111, and as I said it was S4. So you can see the information is correct. So first question was successfully compiled. Now write a procedure to calculate total price of the product that has been supplied and passed to the present argument. Okay, now again we are creating another procedure. So create or replace procedure price, and these are the two parameters, where in first parameter we are accepting, and in second parameter we are giving the output. So let's begin. Now after begin statement, whatever you want to display, you can display, like select sum of the prices into PR from order line 3. Okay, sorry, yeah, from order quantity 307, mine is 307, where product ID is this one, product ID. Select product ID from supplier 307, where SID is equals to X. Okay, now DBMS output, using this we can give whatever the price was we had to give. So let's end it. Now if you see, the procedure has created. Now you can declare those variables over here. Then begin, call this function, call this procedure price, and then pass the parameter as S4, which is giving the SID, and we need to check the output like price. So okay, we had some error over here. So yeah, so as you can see, it gave the output. Actually this was this, as it is returning only single value and S4 was returning multi value, so we have put for S2, which is only returning single value, so the total price will be 54,560. Let's check. So if you go supplier ID, it will first check for S2, then this, using this S2 supplier ID, it will go to this order quantity table, and then total price will be calculated using this information. So my second question was working perfectly. Now write a procedure to raise quantity with which increases the quantity of the order product. Okay, we need to increase the quantity of the order product by accepting the order ID quantity to be increased. It is used the order ID, find the current quantity order, etc. So let's do this. Yeah, so again we are creating the procedure in the same manner. We are taking two inputs, which is order ID and the quantity, right? Yeah, order ID and quantity. Then begin update product 307, as we need to increase the thing. Then set quantity equals to quantity plus y. Okay, then quantity equals to quantity plus y. Whatever quantity is there, it will be added with this y, which you gave in the information, and it will be stored back. Now where product ID is equals to x, that product ID is equals to x, that means for making sure which product ID you are increasing. Then end. Okay, with some error. Okay, there might be some errors. So okay, there was an error in yeah, there was error in the syntax. So this was the thing, it's the same thing, only some spelling mistake would be there. Now okay, there was again error, so we can, using the show error command, we can find where we got the error. After that we can rectify the error and correct it, like yeah, we can rectify and correct it. Then when your product okay, so error was, actually I only entered this quantity where my column name was product quantity. Okay, so that was the error. Now when it's compiled successfully, I mean created successfully, procedure created successfully, then begin raise quantity, I mean calling the procedure, and then passing the product ID, and then how much quantity to be increased and raised. So if you see, all the product, it is actually doing a natural join, so that is why there are repeated contents over here. Okay, but if you go and check in the table, quantity will be somewhere over there will be some quantity where it will be increasing. Okay, let's check where we have to increase the quantity. Okay, ordered product quantity, and since ordered product was there in the product 307 table, so let's check in the product 307. Yeah, so these were the quantity, right? 95, there was some quantity, and according to 4000, how this quantity will be increased. Okay, yeah, by 3. So the older ones were there, which will show you the newer ones. That was how program was designed. Now coming to the fourth one, right up here, return product name when the product ID is passed as an argument. So product ID should be passed as an argument. Then return var2. So we are creating function returns the product name. So product name will be returning. So is f var2, that's a variable. Then begin, select product finish, whatever you need to select, you can use this command. Then return f, so it will be returning f, and end. Function created successfully. If you pass, yeah, function created successfully. Now for that you need to select finish, that is the function from product 307, and where product ID is 400. So when you give this command, you will get the information like this. Okay, so you can check the information from the given set of data set. So if you find it, you will get these names as required. Okay, now select convert 3000 from dual will give you this portion. Okay, so this is how fourth question was working. Now comes to the fifth question. Write a SQL function to return maximum quantity. Okay, so we are returning maximum quantity. So again we are creating a function returning some value. So this is the data type is, then total number equals to the total number equals to 0. Okay, and then begin, select, then maximum of, this is the query we need to give, then return total, and then end. Function created successfully. To display this, set server output on, and then select maximum from the dual. Set server output also is important. Then select maximum quantity from dual will give you the required answer as 10. So that is the maximum quantity from this table. Again you will have to go and verify in your data set. Okay, now the last part comes, right up here, sum of the digits in a given number. Sum of a digits in a given number. So declare some variables. Okay, begin, we just need to write PLSQL. So declare some variable, then begin, then when n equals to, we are taking the input while n is not equals to 0, d is equals to mod n 10. Okay, modulus of n and 10. Then s is equals to s plus d, sum of the digits. Okay, so this is the logic used where the sum each digit is separated and then added to each other, and then when there is no digits left, then the digits will be stored in this variable and which will be returned. So this will be displayed as this one, DBMS output s, and if you whenever you end it, you will get enter value for n 123, old is 6. That means whatever was value was given, so no value was given, that's why it was and n. Then whenever you gave the value, it will get 123 and the output will be 6. That is 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. So all the question sets run successfully. That's why my program is working successfully. Thank you.